Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome.
I'm Martino. I'm the single sculler from Italy, world champion last September. And Sophie.
Hi, I'm Sophie Sauer, and I'm from the Dutch rowing team. And my best result has been being world champion in 270 in the quad. And we had also 2 medals in the last world championships, 2 times bronze.
Welcome to 776 BC Train Like a Pro. Today we are going to show you a couple of exercises that you can do at home now in this difficult period. So we start with 10 minutes of warm-up and Pilates with Sophie. And then we are going to go through some simple exercise that you can do every day inside your house. You don't need anything. If you want to have a little bit extra weight for the exercise, just grab 2 bottles of water, 1.5 liters, and that's it. So we start with the warm-up and Pilates. By the way, I'm following her, so look at her, and I'm like you, so I'm gonna see what I can do with this.
Okay, we start with rolling the shoulders backwards, and while we're rolling backwards, we breathe out and we breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Just to relax the shoulders. We're going to do it 5 times forward, the other way around. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we do it with the arms together. Let go, flow the arms forward. Breathe in, and we open the chest, breathe out. Forward, you curl your back, and you open your shoulders and your chest.
Let me check if
breathe in, breathe out. Last time. Breathe out. Okay. The upper body is a bit warm at the moment. Now we're going to go to stretch a little bit the calves by stretching up, and either way we put our knees forward and we stretch up. Knees forward, stretch up. 1 knee forward, stretch up. 1 knee forward, stretch up. Keep the hips together. I'll show you better. A little bit of coordination also and stability. Okay. Last one. We loose up the feet a bit, so circling the ankles. In the meanwhile, you stay strong on the leg that you are standing on. Try to stabilize yourself. Left, 5 circles to the left, 5 circles to the right.
Not really good at that.
And keep on breathing. It's stability as warming up your ankles. Breathing is just going in a normal pattern. Not faster or slower, just try to be in control of it. So 5 times left and 5 times right, and when you have done it, you put the feet together again. Now we're gonna do another stabilization exercise, also for your core stability, just so we slowly build up the difficulty. It's better not to do it on the mat because it's a little bit less stable, so go stand beside your mat if you have it, else don't worry. We're going to do like a whip movement. So I will explain to you. You put your hands above your head, stretched. 1 leg backwards, and you try to rotate. While your arms going forward, your legs going backwards, and you keep your back straight. In a straight line. Okay, Martino, keep your knee stretched. So the knee that you're leaning up, you keep it stretched. The other leg as well. And while the leg goes up behind, the arms and the hands and the head go down. Try to maintain the hips in a straight line.
I show you in this direction.
Okay. And try to do it 5 to 10 times on one leg. So I also try to show you from the side, neck to space. And really maintain the hips in a straight line. Try not to bend one hip left or right. Everything has to go in a straight line, and you move from the hips and the glutes. Hold the belly button in. Think as if you're a plank and you're just moving from the hips. You turn from the hips and everything stays in a straight line. It also helps to now control your breathing. So while you go down, you breathe out. While you go up, you breathe in. So 5 to 10 times one side and 5 to 10 times the other side. I've lost the count, so try to check yourself in this. How many times you've done?
This was difficult.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, especially for the balance.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, another balance exercise following on this. You start with one side, choose left or right. I start with my right leg behind. And I put my left hand in my hip. What I'm gonna do is a stabilization, same idea. You stay straight. While you're moving your knee up, you do like a knee elbow touch. You stabilize, keep yourself strong in position, and then you step backwards again. You place your feet behind and your hand above your head. And then you do an elbow touch, elbow knee touch, hold it, and go backwards. And again, and backwards. And while you go backwards, you can breathe in. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. The other side. Breathe in, breathe out. So try to search the stability. Also, I am searching my stability. Make sure everything is in a straight line. Simple movements, in control. In this case, you also use your abs to squeeze the knee up and the elbow towards your knee. And last time. Now we're going to roll down, roll forward, and we're going to slowly go to the overall body. So we roll forward to stretch up the hamstrings and to relax the upper body. So you roll forward, shoulders forward, spine by spine, and you search for the stretch in the hamstrings, let go of the head, and squeeze in your abs. When you go up, you squeeze the abs up and you roll over your spine forward. Again, 5 times. You open your chest. Another 2 times. Okay, this time we stay down and we're going to do walkouts to the plank position. So you roll down and you walk out and you stay in this plank position for 2 seconds and then you roll up from the hips again. And it's important that the rolling up comes from the hips. So pushing the hips up and then you roll up again. You roll down, you walk out, you stabilize the hips, try to also this go in straight lines, and roll up again. Then we roll down again. Roll down the plank position, and push the hips up again. Okay. This time we're going to do the plank position and we stay there on the mat or something soft. And we go to the dog position, so we roll down, walk out, plank position, and you put your knees down. So I'm gonna go from this side now. Put your knees down. Try to get the 90 degrees corners, so the knees have to go be under the hips and the shoulder. The hands have to be under the shoulder. We're gonna flex the back, crawl up, and push it down, just to mobilize the hips, make the hips more movable. Put your head up, crown up, yes. Spine up, head down. This you can do 5 to 10 times in your own speed, slow or a little bit faster, but try to control the movements and your breathing. In this case, you can decide which way you want to breathe. If you want to breathe out while you're going up, or you want to breathe in while you go down. But try to create a pattern. Last warming up exercise in this case, we stay in the same position. We're gonna get the spine a bit more rotating. You put one arm up, left arm up, and you place it under you to the other side, and then you put your shoulder on the ground. And you feel the stretch in your shoulder and the stretch in the spine. You go up again, look to your hands, look to the ceiling, and go down. 5 times each side. The other side. Last 2 times. And that is for the warming up of, for my part, and now Martino is going to start doing the more intensive part of the training.
Okay, now we are going to do some exercise. Like they are very simple. You can do without any weight, or for example, you can do it with bottles of water, is the most simple thing, or something that is more heavy. Another extra trick is to have it not full, so they give a bit of challenge with the stability because the water goes into them. So the first exercise is going to be a squat, but with the hands up. So we are going to do 15 seconds this side and 15 seconds the other side. So in a squat position. This is the first exercise. Then for every exercise, we do 1 set normal and 1 set with the breathing technique. So we have figured out that with the breathing technique, you can make the exercise a little bit tougher. But first we do the set with normal. So we do now 15 seconds one side, 15 seconds the other side for 2 times. So you keep the time?
Yeah.
Okay. We start?
Let's go. Try to keep the bottle behind your head. So you start to stretch in the lower back. And keep the heels on the ground when you go forward. When the heels go off the ground, you stop the squats because then you go too far. Try to maintain the stretch in the position. The other side. You can put your other hand on the back or you can put besides you. But try to maintain the bottle or your hand behind your head. Okay. That's it?
Okay, now we do the same exercise, but before we start, first we breathe in, then we have to breathe out all the air. So, breathe in, breathe out all the air, really empty completely your lungs, then hold your breath and start the exercise and see how long you can do. Now we try for 1 minute 30 to do the exercise without breathing. You will feel that the muscle gets acid quicker because they have no oxygen. So when it's too much, just stop. Okay? Ready? Oh, I have difficulty. Again, with the other leg. Okay. Next exercise. So, I don't know if you have noticed, or I don't know if you have ever done, when I was young and I was going to the swimming pool, I was often trying to do one loop of the swimming pool without breathing. And the difference between like normal swimming and swimming through the swimming pool without breathing was that you were really feeling all the muscle burning. So this is what we want to try to replace to make the exercise a little bit more intense. So the muscles are working without oxygen pretty much. Okay, now we do the second exercise, that is squat with arm rise. Show it. So still you can do it with the bottle or without. It's better if you do with 2 bottles. So we are gonna do 10 times one arm and 10 times the other arms, right? Okay, so this is the exercise, 10 times with one arm and 10 times with the other arm. So you can do with the bottle or without. Okay. Try to keep the abs very solid and strong, and try to keep the arms really above your head.
Nine, 10.
Okay. Now we do the same thing with the breathing technique. So do as many as you can. So again, we breathe in, we breathe out, we hold the breath, and we start. Yeah. That's very difficult. Another set, like this. Now I've done 4. I'm gonna try to do it 6, and if you have done more, try to do a couple more. So try to resist a little bit. No. Okay. Now we do back lunges. So we start from this position. Just go back and up, back and up. 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other leg.
Let's go. Yep. You can just also do it with the bottles in your hands for a little bit of stabilization exercise. The water will move a bit around, and that means that you have to control the movement backwards more and forward. 5 more seconds. Try to squeeze the abs also in this case. Last time. Okay. Other leg. Go. So while you go backwards, you squeeze the core as if you squeeze something to the outside. So squeeze the abs out and hold it there while you go backwards, while you go forwards. And try when you go backwards, try to almost touch the ground with the back knee in a 90-degree position. And control the power forward with the leg that you're leaning on. Okay, last time. Yes.
Okay, same thing with the breathing. We see how many we can do with the right leg, and then we see how many we can do with the left leg. It's very important to squeeze out all the air, okay? So if you start just holding your breath, you can do for longer, of course, because you have a bit of oxygen in your lungs. But if you are able to squeeze really out all the air, your muscles, they became all of a sudden without oxygen. So that's what we are trying to reach. Okay, so breathe in. Just 3. Now the other leg. Okay, this was 4. Okay, now plank. The plank back and forward. How it goes?
Yes, we're gonna do a plank crawl, we call it. So we're gonna do a plank while we lean on the elbows. And I will show you from this direction. So we're gonna do now some couple of exercises that are creating that are more for the core stability and your back muscle and your shoulder stability, shoulder strength. So we're gonna go to the plank. You lean on the plank and you try to, in the first case, try to have a straight line where your shoulders, and Martino can correct me, while my butt and my shoulders and my back are in straight line down. So not up, not like all the way down leaning. Try to squeeze the abs and push your shoulders up, your shoulder blades up. So really make space upwards. And while you do that, we're going to do a crawl forward. So you roll over your shoulder blades and you curl, you push yourself forward from your knees and your toes and then backwards. So you push yourself from the toes forward and then push from the shoulders backwards. We are gonna do this for 3 times, 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Then hold the time. And let's go. So try to squeeze the belly button up. And push yourself up also from the shoulders. So don't try to start to lean into the shoulders, but push your shoulders up. Okay, and rest. 15 seconds.
You can grow some more. You can
And you can crawl as far as you want forward. So as long as you can maintain the positions, it's fine to try to reach as much forward as you can, and then you go backwards again. Okay, let's go. 30 seconds now. So really push yourself, keep pushing yourself up. Try not to lean into your back. Keep your back strong. Feel the pain, the acid in your abs. As soon as you start to feel pain in your lower back, that means that you're not squeezing your abs enough or that you're leaning into your back. Just try to visualize a straight line. And rest.
If you feel pain in your arms, it means that you are weak like me.
Gonna lie the next 5 seconds, we do the last 30 seconds.
And then we try one with the breath, holding the breath.
Okay, and let's go.
Okay, now we try the same thing again with the breathing technique. So we try to empty our lungs, and we just try to hold the position now. So plank position, and we try to hold the plank position as much as we can. Okay, ready? This is a little bit more simple because there is no movement of the muscle involved. So you have noticed that as soon the breathing is connected with a muscle movement, holding the breath becomes very difficult. So in this way, you create a lot of acid in the muscle, but then the muscle is more trained on with the same exercise.
One more exercise we have to go to.
Okay.
Now we have one more exercise with the planking, and we're gonna hold down this exercise for 1 minute together.
And then we are gonna do the last 5 minutes a little bit more intense. So it's gonna be 30 second, 30 second, 30 second with 20-second rest for 2 times to make a bit like a little bit of cardio. This set you can repeat as many times as you want. Today we just do 2 times, but you can repeat it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, as much as you want to have a really good cardio session. Okay, first we start with the plank.
Now we're going to the plank with the stretched arms. So it's another way of planking with ask more strength from the arms. So we do exactly the same thing as when you do on the elbows, but now with the arms stretched. You place the hands under the shoulders in the straight line of the shoulder, like this. Try to maintain the straight position, the long position from the head to the toe. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an elbow touch, or a shoulder touch. So you touch the shoulder, and you try to maintain the hips in a straight line while you lift your hand to the shoulder. And then you place it back. Then the other side, you place it back. Can be that you move a little bit left to right, it's okay. But try not to let the hips lean into the back. So keep the shoulder blades, push yourself up from the shoulder blades. And try to keep the hips in a straight line. So not moving left and right. They have to be in a straight line. When you touch your shoulders and when you're in a rest position. And this we're gonna do, you can do this. We're gonna do this for 1 minute, and you can do the shoulder touches as many times as you can, but speed doesn't go over the quality. So first the quality in the straight lines, keep the hips in the same position, put a straight line off your back. And if you have that stable, you can try to touch more often. Okay. The minute is gonna start. Now. When you touch your shoulder, try to hold on it 1 to 2 seconds. Just for stabilization. The last 20 seconds. Ten seconds left. Last one. Okay, well done.
I have to do it more often. Okay. So we do the last thing that we have planned for today, and it's gonna be a little bit more on the go, a little bit more cardio. So we are gonna do 30-second burpees. So the burpees.
The jumping jacks?
No, just normal burpees. Okay, then 30-second mountain climb. And then 30-second high knees running as fast as you can, high knees. Okay, after these 3, we do 30-second rest, and we do squat jumps. Okay, plank up and down. And again, burpees. And then we are finished. The only thing now, we try to do as fast as possible. Okay?
Okay, we're gonna start in 15 seconds. And I'll give you notes of the timing. So try your best, try as fast as possible. And you will make it. Let's go. Burpees.
Mountain climbing. Vai.
Mountain climbing, go! Put your knees up. Put your feet up. Next knee up. Mountain climbing. 50 seconds. 5 seconds. Yes, swap. High knees. Last 60 there. Last 10 seconds. And breathe.
30-second rest, huh? Whew. Squat jump.
So in 20 seconds, we're going to start with squat jumps. Touch the ground, squat, and try to jump as high as possible. Deep squat, touch the ground, and reach yourself in the air. 5 seconds. And let's go. Seconds. Four seconds. And we swap.
Plank.
Plank up and down. Let's go. Last 5 seconds. And we swap to burpees. Last 50 seconds. Last 10. Last one. And breathe. Well done, guys.
Oh, threshold. Okay, guys, this set, you can do this set, rest a couple of minutes, repeat the set like 2 or 3 times, and it comes out a really, really nice cardio session.
Yes.
At the end, maybe on the threshold. So for today, we are finished.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And hopefully,
follow 776 BC. Follow the other guys that are gonna do their training in the next few days. And if you want to rewatch the session, you can see it on the 776 BC page or on my page on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. I hope that you have liked it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.